Hey everyone, welcome back to Crypto Cash. Thank you so much again for joining me here. I hope you're having a great day. Let's take another look here at ICP. This is actually looking pretty good. Solid potential breakout of this descending trend line. I say potential just because we still haven't officially broken free from specific fib levels here, or more importantly, Bitcoin hasn't found its top yet. There's a solid chance if Bitcoin does end up pulling back, we could see ICP come with it. So we just got to be mindful of that. But at this point here, even though this is a slow recovery and not quite the same response as the rest of the market, ICP does have great potential here because every time it breaks free from its descending trend line, in most cases, it does very good things. All right, so we'll talk about that. We'll clean up the charts and kind of go from there. We can redraw out some new fibs here too as well and kind of see roughly what this continuation might look like if it does end up moving forward here the way it's supposed to. So what we want to look at first is back-end liquidation data. We'll go ahead and start with that and then kind of go from there. And if you are new to the channel, once again, just ask you hit the like button. Please comment below if you get a chance. And obviously, do yourself a favor and learn as much as you can when you're watching these videos, because the whole goal of me making this is to help you become a better trader, more self-sufficient. So just a heads up on that. So let's take a quick look here at the back-end liquidation data. We can kind of see a lot of liquidation, at least immediately here in the last 7 days, upwards of 835. So it seems probable we're probably going to see another 15, 20 cents higher to hit that level at the very least. Again, a lot of it hinges on Bitcoin not pulling back aggressively. It very well could do that, so just be mindful. But at this point here, if we take a look here, we can see really heavy concentrations above the $10 range. But between now and then, there's just like little pockets here and there. Nothing super substantial. I would say the local high here, about 875, 880, would probably be the next target if we break free from this current range. And I'll explain what I mean by that here in a minute. The other thing you want to recognize too is that the delta is way too high. There's way more shorts than longs in the market right now against ICP, really just implying that there is due for a correction to the upside. Now, it may not happen right away. I think Bitcoin would probably need to consolidate in order for that to happen, but that's kind of the consensus there. We can see open interest at about 805 here as well. So all that stuff combined, what does that mean for us? Well, let's take a look at the charts and see. Oh, quick congrats to our committee for some nice profits here. We got an ICP long trade there, basically some TP there. Same thing with ETH, and what was it? I think we caught profit on Solana, Link, and Cardano too. This is my day trading bot, of course, doing a lot of trading for us. And of course, we shorted Bitcoin from like 62K to 59K at 30% there, and Aptos as well, 39%. So awesome stuff. ICP is part of our day trading, plus group. So if you're curious about that, you like to day trade ICP, it's probably a good consideration. It is our most profitable coin that we trade with for our day trading. Having said that, is it worth taking along right now? Well, let's take a look at the daily time frame, work our way down, see what's going on. We're still below a lot of key level resistances. Okay, so the short answer is no, it's not worth taking along at this exact moment. But again, a lot of things can change. So truth be told, we're below all moving averages, generally construed as a bearish sign. We're still under 50 on the RSI, money flow index is low. Stochastic swinging up, that's a consolation, and MACD is trying to converge. So we have a small amount of reasons why the price action should continue higher, but no exact reason to take along with this coin right now. Again, that's just based on the macro. The hourly on the 4 hours is probably going to tell us a lot different of a story, and if it does, that would contribute to the overall success rate of a long versus a short. I don't necessarily recommend a short at this point, just based on how well the price action double bottomed here, leads me to believe that the bottom is tentatively in. However, there's still a lot of resistances above us, so you got to recognize that too. So speaking of resistance, let's take a look here. First of all, 50, 200, 100-day SMA, they're all above the price action. We are trending or treading water, however you look at it, above that 20-day SMA. That's a positive sign. That's generally going to be construed as a nice little support range, something that kind of is helpful. We can also see our local point of control is $8 even. So hypothetically, along between now and 810 would seem sensible considering the fact that price action has broken its descending trend line and we're over the 20. We're just not over the 50 yet, and that would be a much better place to be, honestly, to get a little more confidence. We do, however, have 50 on the RSI here as a potential consideration. Being above that is very nice. Same thing as well with stochastic trying to swing up there. Money flow index increasing, trend strength indicator up. There's a lot of reasons why we're seeing this good momentous shift in momentum. Just keep in mind, please understand that Bitcoin is a bit on the overextended side. If it sweeps any more of this liquidation here, it very well could pull back. And if that happens, you see the combination here. I mean, just looking at the charts here, ICP has gone up by how much percent? About 2%. When Bitcoin has gone up by roughly 3% in the last, last 8 hours. So That's a pretty substantial difference, okay? Bitcoin's basically 2x of ICP. So it doesn't give me a vote of confidence letting me know that ICP is going to just take off and rally. But once again, once it breaks free from its trend line, which in any time in its past it's done that, it's done very well for itself moving forward. So please understand that ICP does have a tendency of running once it breaks free from specific ranges. Let's take a look at the hourly and see if we have that confirmation. We are now above the cloud here, which is fantastic. Conversion lines above the baseline, lagging spans free and clear. There's a lot of reasons here as to why a long position just makes a lot more sense than a short. I don't recommend a short in general on ICP just based on how well it bottomed out recently. I would say a short would maybe be a consideration if we drop into the 780 or lower range. But for right now, you see how well the price action held here compared to Bitcoin pulling back. That is a substantial hold. So even though this may not be like a prime entry for a long, there's a solid chance we're going to be able to sustain and continue much higher. So just keep in mind, I think ICP is probably going to continue to run. We can see here this local support, which is a previous resistance. We had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 attempts to break free from that range. And once it broke free, it hasn't looked back yet. So if you get lucky, we could see a consideration for entry around 808. And likely we're going to see the price continue to pivot from there. That's generally what you're looking for in a long, is a retest of a recent resistance. Okay. Ultimately, that would be the consideration for a long. So that's kind of where I'm at here. I'm leaning a little bit more towards taking a position in the 808 range for a long consideration. I'm not leaning anywhere towards a short. Just how well the price action has held leads me to believe that ICP shouldn't go anything lower than $8. That's the local point of control. It just makes sense that we're going to go up versus down. Again, Bitcoin capitulates, pulls back to 60K. All that's probably said and done. We will likely see the $7 range if Bitcoin runs towards 60K again. Again, a lot of this is based on Bitcoin's success or lack thereof, right? So just pay attention to it. Maybe consider watching my Bitcoin analysis videos daily. Stay abreast. I cover it 6 days a week. Sundays I take off. So that's kind of where we're at there. I hope this made sense and I described this correctly. Be sure before you go to check out Bitunix, link down below. No KYC VPN required exchange, offering a significant deposit bonus to anyone who has used my link to register. And that goes for all of my community members who have used this link to register in the past. So awesome stuff. Check them out. Thanks again, folks. Have a good rest of the day. We'll look forward to seeing the next one. Take care.